Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio Uncut. The end of the last episode was yesterday for me. I was doing kind of a little bit of a batch record. And I don't remember what the plan was yesterday. I guess I could have went back and looked at the tape to see. But I don't remember. But this episode, I know what I want to do. I want to rush robotics. Whatever the plan was, the plan's going to change because I think it's going to be necessary. We already have all of the, well, at least most of the tech we need to get that going. We're working on logistic robots right now. But we do not have the production we need. We're going to need robot frames. Batteries aren't going to be a problem. Electronic engine units require lubricant and engine units. We have the engine units. We have the electric circuits. We just need the lubricant, which requires advanced oil processing that we haven't set up. So that's why I'm down here in the mall grabbing some more underground pipes, and I would like more. I tell you what. Well, we don't have any regular pipes either. Let's just grab all this, take it all with us, and we can manually make some later if we need. Do we have any iron in our inventory? Let's get a little bit more. Let's see. We got some inserters. Let's grab some power poles. I don't want to have to come back. And, yeah, this is a lot of stuff. I'd like a tank or two. And let's get some chemical plants. All the chemical plants down here that are made already. We don't have this making continuously. Let's just let that happen. All right, I think all of this looks good. Oh, we're being attacked over here. I wonder if there's another expansion that's made its way, or we're hitting a base over there. Either way, we'll let you guys handle it for now. Until we get all this stuff set up. Let's see, I was going to drop some grenades off here. Because we have a little bit too many. Alright, I think this will at least get us started. We'll probably have to come back to the mall here soon, but that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll roll the intro, and we'll get started with some advanced oil processing. $24 Alpha Suitcase, banana, X-ray. Well, that was weird. All right, so we've got our refining set up here. We're currently doing the basic refining. There's some refinements I would like to make here. Currently, we are basically joining this pipe and this pipe together. I don't like to do that. I think I talked about it briefly yesterday, or in a previous episode. I'd like to have this all in a continuous line. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out for now, and we'll try to do this in one big line. So advanced oil processing, we're going to take in water in this middle area here, because we require water to do that. And we're going to make light oil, or heavy oil here, I believe. That's going to be the heavy oil, and light oil is going to come out right here. Okay. There and there. All right, and what I want to do is see if we can't take this up. Let's do that, that. And will that stretch? It doesn't look like it, but that's okay. We can add another one of those in right there. All right, we'll curve these around. And that is going to come up there, there, and there. Do that. Like that. All right, so the items will come, the fluids will come up here, come over here, come out this direction, and we'll pipe everything out in that direction. Okay, hook those up. They'll come around. Oh no, I have polluted that line. How bad is it? Oh, it's pretty bad. Why did you let me do that? I thought you weren't supposed to. I thought you weren't supposed to allow that. I guess since those outputs aren't set to anything. All right. Yeah, fluids can only contain one type of item. So by polluting this middle line with the petroleum, like we just did, we'll basically prevent our refineries from being set to advanced oil processing. Actually, you know what we could do is we could have set these to advanced oil processing. And that would have prevented that from happening, because it wouldn't allow those two pipes to merge. Should have set the recipe first, but we already didn't do that. So, why is this still petroleum? Do we have to take it all out? I guess so. All right, so our heavy oil is coming in there. This will be light oil. And that is getting assigned. That is assigned. And that should keep this going all the way down. Why is this not being assigned? Okay, it is. It just doesn't, it's just not getting anything in it. Because we're not getting water over here. Okay, that makes sense. All right, and let's carry these on down. Okay, and you. Okay, and regular pipes. There. All right. Okay, that's good. Let's set that up for you. And, oh, we're missing some up here. Okay, that looks good. Now we just need to get water going in over here. Let's see, we're gonna need a water pump. And, let's see. Take that up there. Pipe. All right, and water coming down. Then that'll go over there. And over there. Over there, over there, over there, and over there, like that. Okay, and that'll get our advanced refining going. We should have light oil now. We should have heavy oil now, and we do. Okay, good. Just double checking to make sure that all of these are connected correctly, and it appears that they are. And we should have heavy oil, light oil, all that stuff right here. Very, very nice. Where are we getting attacked? Over here, again. I did not set up better defenses over there. Let's go ahead and do that. We should have our car over here, so we should be able to run down there fairly quickly. Okay, looks like they just chewed on some belt down here. And then called it a day. Oh, we lost an insert or two. All right, let's grab some guns. You're going to attack over here. Do we have some wall? Yeah, let's go ahead and wall them off. just because. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, let's pull this up and move it in a little bit more. Because we're going to be making purple science down here. I just don't want to build something that's going to be in the way a couple of episodes later. So yeah, let's put that like right here. And go ahead and fix that guy up. All right, and that should hold that for a little while. All right, we've got a couple of refineries. We've got a couple tanks. Not refineries, chemical plants. Let's just drop by here real quick and see if we've got some more of these. We do. And let's head on back up here and get to work on refining again. And we'll run into some pipes here and there. But as long as they're not broken, when we get robots, they'll all get fixed. Okay, we're doing this little thing right here. That may or may not be necessary. But we've got some room down here, and that's all that matters right now. Okay, I want to take, let's just lay some of this out here and see what kind of size we're dealing with here. We're going to need a couple of different things set up here. We are going to need a lubricant maker. That just takes in heavy oil and makes lubricant. And this is something we're going to send on down our bus line. We're going to need a configuration that is making, cracking the heavy oil down to light oil. The process of cracking will take a heavier petroleum product, mix it with water to make a lighter one. So we can do heavy to light, and then we can do light to petroleum cracking. And it requires light oil and water. This one requires heavy oil and water. With basic refining, we're only getting petroleum coming out. So we're sitting in the oil, we're getting petroleum coming out. When we get into the advanced, we're actually getting three products. We're getting the heavy oil, the light oil, and the petroleum. And with the way that the fluids work, if we are making these three things, there has to be space for all three of these products to come out. So if we look at the recipe here, it's going to make 25 heavy oil, 45 light oil, and 55 petroleum gas. If one of those is backed up, say heavy oil is backed up, and we can't fit any more of that out into the network, it's going to pause this, and it's not going to continue to make more light oil, more petroleum, because we are full of heavy oil. It's going to back up the entire process. So until we have 25 heavy oil out on the line available, it's not going to make more petroleum, and it's a way to kind of deadlock your factory if you're not careful with it. So that's where the cracking comes in. We will use heavy oil to make lubricant, but the thing is we don't use that much lubricant. So we'll use heavy oil to make lubricant, and then if we start to back up on heavy oil, we'll send it into these, which will crack it down into light oil, and that should basically take care of all of our heavy oil backup that we could ever have. But we'd still have a problem with a light oil backup. So these crackers will take care of that. They'll just get rid of all the light oil, turn it into petroleum, and we use petroleum more than anything else from this process. So they're kind of little catches that'll just basically prevent backups. At least that's the way I always try to treat them. More than actually relying on them for any sort of production, they're just kind of they're just trying to catch the overflow so that these guys can continue working and they don't get backed up. All right, so let's go ahead and set these up and just kind of get a little bit of a layout here. Let's do light, or let's do this setup right here, and this exact same pipe configuration should work up here. We don't have robots, but it'll still work. Okay, so that'll take in light oil and produce petroleum. That, and is this spacing going to work? I think this spacing just may work out fine. With the exception, can we take this out? I mean, I know we can, but I want to take that out. Let's put it that way. All right, so there is a perfect ratio of these, but as I've kind of been playing and thinking about it, what I mean by a perfect ratio is if what is it? Is it 817? I always forget. I think it's changed recently. It might be 827. 8 refineries to 1 to 2 heavy oil crackers. I think it's 1 to 7 light oil crackers, and those running full time will it's enough to basically just ensure that you will always have petroleum going out, and it'll never back up as long as you're using all the petroleum. And let's see. No calculators are really going to help us because we don't actually have what's getting attacked. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's red circuits. Silly biter. Let's see. We got some of these hanging out here though. Let's put it right here. Was that it? He just ate a power pole? That's fine. And where are you coming from? We've probably definitely got expansions happening right now. We need to probably start thinking about walls. Okay. So I was talking about like ratios and stuff. And we don't have the full amount here. I don't know. Let's just wing it. Let's just wing it. I don't want to say I don't understand the fluid dynamics in this game, but there's something that's a little bit wonky about them. And I always hear they're changing, so it's one of those things that I don't want to really spend a lot of time with if it's just going to change. But I've had that attitude now for about I don't know, forever. So maybe it's time to finally sit down and figure it out for true. Let's see. We're currently making we currently have 6 of these. So if we did 2 more, can we make another one? Yes, we can. That would give us our 8. And then we could do just an 817 and call it a day. All right, so that is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's take this down here. And let's figure out how this is going to go. So these are going to be like our main lines coming in. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be a petroleum line going out that needs to hook up to that tank. That much I understand. Okay, so our petroleum line coming out here basically needs to hook up to this. This is a water line coming in. And this water line is what needs to hook up to that. And that'll go into the tank and bus. Let's see, you. We changed our mind. We want you to go down that way. Okay, and then we'll just have to hook that up to there. And then this will be the main light oil coming in. But that's going to stop right there, basically, because we're not sending light oil into anything else. All right, let's get this situated. That is going to come out. I mean, I guess for now. It's not going to be this size forever. We're definitely going to expand that at some point. That's going to connect up. Petroleum is going to go out there, and that should hook that back up. Light oil. I want a tank, like maybe right there. Maybe right there. That is going to come in to this tank, and we're going to put a pump on it. That's going to pump all of the excess light oil that we have into the cracking system. Just turn that off for now. And then we're going to have heavy oil coming in. I would like that to go to a tank as well. Crack light oil, that's going to come out like this. And water. Oh, that's not going to be able to go under, is it? Okay, heavy oil. We can fit that right there. Or if we take it out, that would probably be better. Those there. I think that'll be the most straightforward. A little bit out of the way, but this is all going to change anyway. Okay, so heavy oil will feed in there. We'll have a pump going out that way. That'll take care of the heavy oil cracking. That gets water. But I want an additional factory down here that is going to take heavy oil. There we go. Like that. That will be a lubricant. Yep. Okay. I think this works. Might need to do a little cleanup here as far as getting all this stuff under control and looking a lot better. But no, I think this works. So let's just trace our lines. Well, let's go ahead and plug it in. And then we'll trace our lines. On down. Be about right there. Okay, and so all of our items are coming in here and making this bend, and that's going to come all the way around. It's going to be one big pipe. We've got petroleum that is coming and feeding into this line where our crackers are also feeding, and that goes out to the bus. Water's coming down. That's feeding this row of crackers, and then continuing on to go to the bus, and there's another little branch coming out here. I'm not too concerned about the branch with the water. Because it just we're making so much water through that pipe. It's not a concern. Light oil is coming in, coming around, going into this tank, and basically being pumped out into here, where it's just going to get cracked. And the heavy oil is coming down into this tank, where it's getting pumped into the cracker, as well as coming down here to our lubricant maker. The lubricant maker is going to basically come down here and feed into a tank, much like this one. It's going to have a pump coming up and a pump coming down. And if we had another tank, we could store lubricant in it. Then it'll split just like the other ones. One will go down here, one will go down here. This one will come down and make electric engines, and that one will go over there and make blue belt someday. Now, why aren't we making lubricant? We don't have the pipe hooked up. Okay, there it goes. All right, and then just next steps here. We need to control this with a little bit of logic. I do like to set up a little bit of logic here on the gates. And I want to do the heavy oil first. I want this guy working full time. So he's basically just going to pump out the lubricant, and it's going to go down there. And once he is done, then this tank is going to start backing up. And only when this tank starts backing up do I want to turn on cracking. So we can do that by controlling this pump. We can just say, you are enabled only when lubricant is greater than 5,000, and by lubricant, I of course meant heavy oil. So if there's more than 5,000 heavy oil in this tank, we're going to send it to be cracked. Otherwise, we're not, and that will just dedicate all the oil going down here into the lubricant factory. And I don't know that I've really watched the new chemical plant animations. That's slick. I like that. Get the little fluid going around. That is, that's really cool. I like it. So yeah, that should control that. And since we are over 5,000 right now, we're at 5.6. That's going to start cracking that stuff down. And eventually I'm going to do some kind of logic like that on the light oil as well. But for now, I think we'll just leave it because we're not really going to be using light oil for anything. All right, and I'll double check this ratio because I'm not entirely convinced it's correct. It either used to be 817 or it is now 817. Like I said, I'll have to double check that. That's oil coming in. Either way, I'm pretty sure the 8 is correct. Advanced oil. You need to go out. You probably would like a little bit of power too. And are you set up? Now you are. All right, that should be good. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where I guess the next thing we need to do is get electric engines up and running. That will get our robots going, hopefully. And, yeah, and once we get robots, I mean, it's on. Once we get robots, we're good to go. And we can really start doing a lot of this stuff rather quickly. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.